everyone, this is Zahabiya the Shaikh, student at rtmnu Physics Department first year. So today I'm going to tell you all about the Python coding language and the code which I have created to use in our day-to-day life. So let's begin with it. So beginning with the introduction of Python, we can see in the diagram shown on the screen that there are different features of Python. But before that, let me introduce you to some other information related to Python language. So Python is a high-level, interpreted, and general-purpose programming language. So it has simplicity, readability. It supports multiple programming paradigms, including procedural, object-oriented, and functional programming. Also, it's of a great importance because Python has clean syntax and extensive standard library that can make it a preferred choice for beginners and professionals. Moving on further, we can see that Python also supports integration with other languages like C, C++, and Java, making it highly versatile. Next, the language is open source and maintained by a large community of developers around the world. And Python's package manager PIP also allows to easily install and manage third-party libraries, further expanding its functionality. And also, Python's simplicity and powerful features have made it an essential tool in both academic and industrial research. So, as I have discussed beforehand, also that it is used in professional life and professional courses, it's of a great use for the professionals as well as the students. It contributes significantly to innovation and technological advancement. Because of all these features, it is of advanced use in today's life. Now, moving on to features of Python, we can see first it is readable. So, because of its easy syntax, it is easy to read. Next is easy to learn. So, same reason that the simple syntax. Syntax is simple because the words used in the syntax are the words which we use in our day-to-day life. So the basic words are used in the syntax, so we can implement it to make a syntax and further the code. Next, it is free of cost. It is of great help for all the professionals and academic researchers. So because of this features, and that's why it is of very versatile use. Next, it has a cross platform. So suppose the code developed on Mac operating system can also work on a different operating system like Windows or Linux. So without any change to the code, it can be run on different platforms. Next, it is open source, like from different sources we can make the codes easily. Next, it has memory management. It uh, it doesn't put very unnecessary things, and the memory can be managed very easily. It has standard library. One of the nice features which I personally prefer is the library. You can get almost everything you want to use in a code or syntax is its large standard library. So this is it. And also, last but not the least, exception handling. It handles the exceptions like the errors and everything very nicely. So these are all its features. Here in this image, it also shows the features of Python. Some are new, some I have discussed earlier. So let's also go through this. That the Python is versatile. Obviously, it has so many features. It has the different options for the libraries, for the syntax. So it is versatile. It can be used on cross platforms, so it is versatile. Next, it is easy to learn. Obviously, because of its simple syntax. Next, it has a large community. Next, it is a high level language. Python is considered high level language because due to its readability and easy of use. The same reason defines its all features. So the same reason is for that it is a high level language. It abstracts away many low level details, making it more human readable and allowing programmers to focus on problem solving rather than technical complexities. So this makes it high level language. Next, it is open source, we have discussed earlier. Next, it has multiple libraries and it is an interpreted language. So there is something new that it is an interpreted language. It is because the source code is executed directly by an interpreter, then translating each line into bytecode and then executing it. Hence, it is the interpreted language because it goes through the process of interpretation. In simple words, these languages are executed directly by an interpreter, which reads the code line by line and executes it immediately. So, if we can see when we run a code, then if there is an error, so we will be shown it line by line. So, by correcting it line by line, we can make it correct after the in the end. So here we can see that it is an interpreted language. In this image, we can see one more new point, that is interactive. Python is interactive in nature. So it says when a Python statement is entered, as I have said earlier about the syntax and the code, so the same reason applies here, that when a Python statement is entered and is followed by the return key, if appropriate, the result will be printed on the screen immediately in the next line. So this is how it is interactive in nature, and this is particularly advantageous in debugging process. So coming on to the code that I have created using Python is that it will give such an output like a Google, if you can say mini Google, when you will put according to the seasons. You wanna explore the nearby places in Nagpur or the places in Nagpur, and you will show your budget. So on that basis, it will suggest you the place, and according to your budget, it will distribute the expenses into different things like traveling, staying, etc. Food also. So this is how the output will come, and I will show you after this. Before we proceed further, let me tell you that this code is made in such a way which I have studied in the assignments, the videos. So I have almost tried my best to use everything that I have studied here to create this whole database here. And I have put the information of the places, how the in based on which season the places will be suggested, and the how much the cost staying and all will do the thing. So let's proceed with the code understanding. So beginning with the code, firstly we will arrange the thing, the final syntax for the output in which we will want the output. So according to that, we have did the syntax, that is the destinations I have written in the matrix. So the matrix addition will do here, and in that matrix the city name, suggested season name, and the budgets in which the traveling, staying, and food will be distributed. And if these expenses will be low, then it will not give you the required output. So here I have attested all the things, the city, the season, and the expenses for different things. Then I have defined the function name and the values for the function. Here the function name is define, the function name is calculate total. So it will be used to calculate the total of the travel, stay and food. And when the return will be implied, we will get for the travel, stay and food. All it will be summed, and the output will be in such a way that it will give you the whole addition of all the expenses. So the next function name will be suggest places according to the season and total budget. Suppose the place is not based on the season. I mean, the season is not kept proper. Besides that, it is something else. Like for here, it will be winter, summer, and rainy season. So, besides that, if the condition is applied and it is found false, then it will give you the only these are the best places to explore near Nagpur during this season. And the budget, the minimum budget will be 80. Like below 80, it won't give you the place or budget for that thing. We have said the name, destination, season, travel, stay, food under the name place, because it will be this place word will be used after in the code. So total cost, it will be all. So we are defining all the things beforehand. There is this for loop. So until and unless the condition is true, it will be kept on looping, it will be kept on applying. And if the condition is false, then it will stop and return. So as it is true, it will give you the name of the city, the travel expenses, the food expenses, as we can see in the print statements. Like if the condition is true, then it will print the name, the travel, the total trip cost, etc. And if not found, it will say you sorry, no places match your budget and the season. Now moving on to how the travel assistant, basically the name travel assistant is given to this thing, the code I've created. So how it will start. So it will be when we will begin, it will print, hello, I'm your smart travel assistant for exploring places near Nagpur. It's basically only for Nagpur and the places near it. So it will start like this. When it's true, the condition is true, like the expenses, the charges, the season is true, then it will print what would you like help with and suggest places to explore, then exit. So first it will ask you what would you like help with, and according to the season, firstly we will have to add the season, and we will look it in further code. So firstly it is suggest places to explore. So the main task of it is to suggest places to explore. So it has been clear here in the 1 and 2. First thing, when we will in the output, it will be like when we will put 1, then it will suggest you the places according to the season. And when you will print 2, like you will you will put second number, it will exit the code. So here the choice, it's given the name choice is equals to input, enter your choice 1 or 2, and it will imply the 1 and 2 condition. So if choice is 1, then the input will be like the season, that is been named the season input, which seasons are you planning to travel in, summer, winter, monsoon. Likewise it will ask you the seasons. So here we have attested like summer, winter or monsoon. Besides that, if you add another season while in the output, it won't give you the result. Then if season not in summer, like I said, if the season not in summer, winter season, then it will print oops, that doesn't seem like a valid season. Then next will be the for budget, including that the try is used. so that it will be continued. The continuous word that it will continue in the next, and it will be for budget, that is int, that is the integer value will be implied, like for in non decimal things, non-decimal numbers. So input, enter your total trip budget in rupees and accept value error, that there should not be such thing, like please enter a valid number for budget. It implies that it should be the proper number that is used for the amount for the budget, and the suggest places according to the season and the budget. So basic thing is the season and the budget. According to that, it will give you everything related to stay, food, and the traveling expenses. Then that is else if choice is 2. If this is completed, then else if. So print, thanks for using the Nagpur Travel Assistant. Like if you put number 2, then it will exit the code and it will be printed as thanks for using the Nagpur Travel Assistant and have a great journey. Else print invalid option, please select 1 or 2. If you are in case using 3, 4, so it will give you this message that it's an invalid option, please select 1 or 2. And the last thing is that run the assistant. So the last line, if name double equals to main, then the travel assistant will be printed. According to this line, because of the if condition, the whole code which we have written will be executed. The code will be run and we will get the required output. So this was all about the code. I have tried my best to explain the code, and let's move on to the execution process. So I have run this code. So the first thing comes, hello, I'm your smart travel assistant for exploring places near Nagpur. And it will ask, what would you like help with? So suggest places to explore. So let's begin with the thing. I will put 1 and enter. So it asks me which season are you planning to travel in. So I will put suppose summer. We will do for all the seasons summer. Then enter. And I have to put the budget. So let's suppose take less than 80, that is 20. So it's showing that here are the best places to explore during summer within, that there are not the places within 20 rupees, and sorry, no places match your budget and season. Now I have put again 1 and it's asking me the season. So I will put again summer. The budget will be around suppose 2000. Now it has shown me the city Adasa, and the traveling expenses have been modified, the stay, the food, and the total trip cost is 1050. Let us again take 1 and enter, then type winter. As it's second in number, I will put winter. Then the budget, suppose it's like, as the places are near Nagpur, so it's not giving a lot of budget. The total budget is almost now it has suggested the 2 places, Ramtek and Adasa. Ramtek cost like 1800 and the Adasa cost 1050. The places near Nagpur, so it's not taking, though I add like my budget is this much, up to how many cost I can add, but the budget will be according to place where we will be traveling, and it's near Nagpur, so the budget will be less. Next, now implying monsoon. For this, I will take a very big amount. Suppose it's like 20,000. So it has suggested me all the things. The Adhasa has been common in all the seasons, but others are changing. And now Ambazari Lake and Gorewada Lake also came, and the cost is not that much. Now, if we put two, it will exit the thing, and this is how it will end. Thanks for using the Nagpur Travel Assistant. Have a great journey. So, this is how it will be implemented. You will put the season, your budget, and according to that, it will show you the details of the place, the travel expenses, the food expenses, the stay expenses, and the total trip cost. Somewhere there is no need to stay, like in Ambazai Lake is like we will go, it's a 1 day thing, so I have not I added the stay charges, that's why it's very less, and according to your budget it will give you the places and the whole expense charge. So I tried my level best to explain the information related to the Python language and the code that I have created. This code is right now the temporary thing. If you want to make it permanent, it has to be on different environment. Like there are specific sites on which if I will put this code, then it will make a basic software, or we can say app. And this is like a Google, like it is in interactive mode, and I have used different things that I have studied in it, and it was great to design this code. As Python is easy, so the syntax designing and code designing is also easy. But sometimes with this big database, it's been hard work, but the hard work paved the way. It is a nice output in which it's a user interactive code where we will put the input, like this is our conditions for the output, and we will get the required answer for that. And like this on big scales, like the Google is also working in such a way. Thanks a lot, hope you like my this video, and put a like on it and give a nice comment on it and encourage me to make such a nice content in future too. So thank you so much for today, and have a nice day. Stay healthy.